This is You're Probably Right. Entertainment first, everything else is just bonus. Opinions, all ours. Sometimes backed by research, but never the final word. There are always exceptions, so take it with a grain of salt and a slight dusting of chili powder.
That's the fight and the fright, we're searching for truth. The quiet answer stays inside. You are probably right, it cuts but it heals, it stings but it feels. You are probably right, I'm born to the cure, the pain in my soul. From gliding to ignite, we're finding the way. From biting to inside, where shadows give way. You are clouded alive.
Hey, how you doing? This is MCM and you're listening to You're Probably Right. How you doing? This is episode 258. I am totally hyped, totally excited to present this episode to you. I was going to say teaching. I was going to say lesson, but I'm not a teacher. I'm not a professor. I'm someone who's lived life, sometimes to the fullest and other times not so much. And what sparked this episode, which is called Show Me Love. Now, I'm at the beginning of it. Obviously, you've seen the end of it now, so you could probably tell me if you were able to go back in time, but you can't. So I'm thinking this episode is going to be 2 episodes, but I'm not 100% sure if I can somehow get this all out, which from the fact that I'm rambling already probably says I wasn't able to do it. But the point is, I need you to try to listen to the whole episode front to back. And if you need to, do it again. And if you think it's worthy of somebody else listening to that you think needs to listen to it, then please pass it on to someone else. As I said, this is episode 258. Many of the episodes that I've done previously to this one is somehow attached to it. And maybe this is what I was trying to get to. I'm hoping it is. I can't say for sure. I'm on my way to 300, but I don't know. Maybe this one does it. I don't know. I doubt it, but I just want to break it down. And here's the thing. I was listening to somebody's video, actually I was listening because I don't really watch. And that's another thing. I'm not trying to be famous. Nobody needs to know who I am in the real sense. So I don't need that notoriety of video where, hey, come look at me, tell you what I think. This is for someone who is cutting the grass, washing dishes, at bed at night. Maybe they're upset, you're upset, and you need someone to tell you like it is as best they can, which is me, right? And so just think of it as just a friend. I'm just a friend. I'm MCM, and I'm just trying to explain some stuff to you. And if you think I'm totally wrong, and at some points maybe I got it, cool. Again, I'm not a professor of anything, so I've lived life. I won't call it school of hard knocks or anything. I did go to college a couple times, went to high school and elementary and all that, and some other learning. And I'm just here to present this to you. So again, this episode is called Show Me Love. Okay? All right, so let's get into it. Heartbreak and promises. I've had more than my share. Now, for anybody who lived in the 90s will know where that came from. Even the name of the episode. If you don't, Google it, YouTube it, whatever. That's the mood we're starting with today. Too many people know what it feels like to pour love out and get nothing back. Too many people are tired of showing up, of giving, of trying, and still ending up empty-handed. And sorry, I think I went in before saying what I was trying to get to, because I always veer off, as you know. I was listening to a video. It was about 30 minutes long, and it was saying you've been doing, and you need to do this instead of what you were doing over here. But there's at no point did they actually tell you how to do those things. And a lot of these people and bots and AI assistants are making these episodes in a way that I would call them almost like carrot AI episodes, where they're just leading people around with these knowledgeable nuggets that don't seem to land or go anywhere. We love the name of the episode. We love what they say they're going to talk about. And then by the end of it, it's like you've been inundated with all of this information, but no direction. So this is why I veer off sometimes from the text that I have down here and try to break things down when I can. If I can't, I won't sit on something so much. So it's not that I'm being ignorant. It's just sometimes I don't. And sometimes they say to test yourself to see if you really understand something is to try and teach it. So understand that I'm right here with you. I'm not saying that I've totally arrived. And hey, man, if you think you need somebody who thinks they've totally arrived, maybe you need to listen to someone else. I would listen to people like Jordan Peterson and others, and then just to find out that they haven't arrived. And when you hear about the turmoil and the struggles in their own life, meanwhile they're teaching all this amazing stuff, you realize that we only arrive when the last day that we're probably on earth. And even then, there's stuff we didn't know. But the question is, how much information did you try to explain and impart to other people to help them with their lives? So if you're trying to enrich other people's lives, just because you're trying to doesn't mean that you're totally enriched yourself. You're just giving what parts that you have come across, what you have been given. So I'm doing the same thing here, okay? All right, let me get back to what I was saying. This episode isn't about theory. It isn't about abstract ideas or fancy words, archetypes, and malevolence, and all these other things that people talk about. This one is practical. It's the how-to. Because if you're like most people, you've heard plenty of advice. You've heard plenty of Instagram shorts. You've heard YouTube shorts and long forms and medium forms and preachings and teachings. And hey, I have figured out life, and listen to me explain it to you in 30 seconds. Please like and share. It's not that kind of thing. Here, stop chasing love. Build a life. Value yourself. Set boundaries. But the problem is, no one actually slows down to explain how to actually do these things. Most people are just trying to get you to buy into their product, buy into their episodes, and maybe ask for personal coaching that will cost tens, hundreds to thousands of dollars. I'm not doing that here. It's not what it's about. If I literally help one person, and one person can actually email me and say, yo, my name is such and such, and I'm this year's old, whatever, and you've helped me to understand where I need to go to move forward in this way. Or, hey, idiot, thank you for your podcast. You're a clown, and you've taught me absolutely nothing but the fact that you're totally wrong and I'm in the right lane and I'm on the right path. Still, then I've still helped that person. You understand? I'm not here for, I mean, I wish it could be my full-time job, this podcast, but it's not. It's not bringing in any money for me. I'm not getting famous from it. It does nothing, just to know, only thing to know that there is some sort of information that I'm passing on to someone else, and I'm not just holding my breath, holding my voice, holding my speech, and keeping it to myself, because I believe that's selfish, right? So when I look at it, and the reason why I'm saying all this is, understand, I'm trying to hammer this point home, is that I could be like everybody else and sit there, or not everybody else, but some people, and just sit there and just sit on all the information I've been given and die with it. You know, I think about, and I'm not blaming my parents or anything, but there's certain things that they knew how to do very well. I would say if you put them in a room with 100 other people, I would say they'd be the top 5% of some things that they knew how to do. But there's certain things that they knew how to do that they didn't teach me. There's certain things that they knew how to do that I didn't ask for them to teach me, so it died with them. Do you understand? So if anything, I can say these 258 episodes so far, I've been able to impart something. So I'm proud about that, although it hasn't brought me any notoriety. It hasn't brought me any financial success or wealth, but I know that I've spent these minutes. I think it's over probably maybe 15,000 minutes now of me talking about different things and sometimes explaining things about from my own life. And I'm just happy that I've been able to present it. And for as long as these websites and, these, what do you call it? Platforms keep it on, it's there for you. Okay. Anyway, so today we're going to slow it down step by step, point by point. I'm going to talk to you like you're learning this for the very first time, because in some ways you are. If you spent years chasing, begging, settling, smothering, proving, and draining yourself, then the way forward isn't obviously obvious for you. It has been broken down carefully, hopefully piece by piece, so you'll understand. And I promise you, by the time this episode ends, you're not just going to know what to stop doing. You're going to know what to start doing instead. You'll walk away with practical examples, words to use, and steps to take. Because I'm trying to help you, honestly, at the end of the day. And I'm not saying my information is going to be perfect. I'm doing my best. So let's get into it. Now, before we dive in, let me give you a clear picture of where we're headed, because this isn't just another short talk. It's a full breakdown. I want you to know exactly what we'll be covering so you can follow along point by point, and so you'll see how each piece connects to the next. Okay. Welcome to today's episode of You're Probably Right. This one is going to be different. This one is bigger. It may even be 2 episodes to cover, I'm not really sure. But by the end of it, you'll understand love and yourself, and in a new way. So I'm not saying it's going to be like the big 5 personality tests to know thyself, to figure out stuff. And if you haven't taken that test by Jordan Peterson, I would suggest, whether or not you like the guy or not, it's scientifically proven to actually help people know that yourself better, and even your mate, even your family members. It's a good idea to think about taking the big 5 personality test. Okay. Here's what we're doing. I'm going to walk you through 30 key shifts. You hear that? 30 things you may be doing right now that keep you stuck, chasing, begging, proving, settling, and wearing yourself out with each one. I'll show you not only what to stop doing, but also what to start doing instead. We'll talk about why chasing love always pushes it away. Always. How to stop outsourcing your worth to other people's approval. Why settling for scraps of intention is keeping you from actually real connection. And I've said it before, guys, there's 8 billion of us on this planet. So they say, but I know there's at least a few 100 million of us, right? We'll go into how to give space instead of smothering, how to build self-worth instead of begging, how to stand in your truth or in the truth, which at the end of the day, the truth is Jesus. I would just like to say that. But I know that people like to say your truth, and I did put that down here, but when I really realize it, there is no actually your truth. It's your reality of where you are, where you've been, and certain things can change, but there is an actual picture that you've painted while being alive. So just understand, that's what I mean when I say your truth. Instead of, twisting yourself to fit into some sort of a thing. Hopefully you understand that. Then we'll cover the traps, confusing intensity for intimacy, reading anxiety as chemistry, thinking scarcity is real, because it isn't, or fearing rejection as failure. Each one of these keeps you spinning in circles. And finally, we'll go into the foundations: boundaries, respect, alignment, authenticity, healing old wounds, and remembering that love is not a lifetime, it's a choice. 30 points, 30 shifts, each explained slowly with real life examples, practical steps, and even words you can use in the moment. This may take us 1 or 2 episodes, not sure, but however long it takes, you're going to walk away with the clearest breakdown I've ever done on love, worth, and relationships. So let's get into it. Show me love. Okay, that only took 15 minutes. This might be 3 episodes, guys. All right, anyways. Point 1, stop chasing love. Build a life worth living. When people want love badly, the first instinct is to chase it, right? Can I turn this up a little bit? Let me see. Mic check. Nope, that didn't do it. That did it. Okay, good. All right, where was I? Let me start that again. When people want love badly, their first instinct is to chase it. They text constantly. They adjust their schedules just to be available. They look for attention, little crumbs of it, and they run after them like it's actually a full meal. But here's the problem. The more you chase love, the faster it runs away. Kind of like trying to catch water in your hand, or mercury even. Because love isn't attracted to desperation for thirst. It's attracted to stability, to confidence, to someone who already has a life worth living, and I would say that you'd want to be a part of. So how do you stop chasing and start building? Let's make it practical. Step 1, pick one thing that matters to you outside of a relationship. Think about it. It could be your health. It could be your career, your creativity, your friendships. Write them down. Or put it in your phone if you want, or your device. That's your anchor. Step 2, give that anchor real time on your calendar. If it's fitness, block 2 nights a week for workouts. That's what you're going to do. If it's art, give yourself Saturday mornings. I'm going to just say Saturday mornings. You can pick the day. If Saturday doesn't work for you, whatever your Saturday is, you know what I mean. If it's friendships, plan a meal or call once a week. Somebody, right? Step 3, don't cancel those commitments for dates. Do you understand? Don't cancel them for dates. This is where most people slip. They finally get attention from someone, right? And you know where I'm going. And suddenly their anchor disappears. And trust me, I did this. That's chasing again. Oh, you're like, no. I was just trying to make myself open because I want to be in a relationship and I want to have a family. So no. You have 7 days in the week, right? You have at least 29 days in a month. And you are worth someone's time. Maybe you have your set time of what you're doing, and maybe they need to come and watch you do it because they want to be around you so badly. If they need to have your your space and they want to see you, then they can watch you do what you're doing. But you're going to do what you got to do at that time. Get it? And here's what that looks like. Here's the wrong way. Oh, you're free tonight? Okay, I'll cancel my plans and meet you. The right way. Tonight, I've got something planned, but I'm free Friday. Does that work for you? Do you see the difference? The first version says, your attention is more important than my life. The second says, I already have a life. You're welcome to join it if it fits. And that right there is attractive. You're saying, how? Trust me, it just is. It just is. And if you're wondering, I'm not a spring chicken, guys. I've been in 2 marriages. I have 3 kids. I've lived pretty much a full life, and I've made these mistakes before. So that's why I'm saying, trust me, it just is. Set a calendar for something that you find important, something that you love, something that can be your anchor. So let me repeat this. Stop chasing love. Start building a life, your life, one anchor at a time. Point number 2, stop sourcing your worth or outsourcing your worth. Choose yourself first. The mistake people make is outsourcing their value. They believe they're only as worthy as the amount of attention they get. If someone texts, they feel good. If no one texts, they feel worthless. If someone chooses them, they feel valuable. If not, they feel invisible. That's outsourcing your worth. And it will drain you dry. It will leave you with nothing. It will have you hopeless and accepting things that you shouldn't accept. So here's the actual shift. Start choosing yourself first. That doesn't mean ignoring others. That's not where we're going. It means you stop giving other people the power to decide whether you matter or not. Here's the practical steps. And as I said, this is the stuff that people don't get into. They just assume people know. Step 1, keep a win list. If you're serious about it, you got to do this on your phone. I said on a piece of paper, somewhere. Voice notes. Step 1, keep a win list. Every night, write down 3 small wins. Could be finishing laundry, sending an email, making a healthy meal. This trains your brain to set your own efforts as valuable. Step 2, affirm out loud. Wow, are you me talking to yourself? I'm talking to myself right now. Listen, affirm out loud once a day. I am enough as I am. Simple. And it's not thinking more of yourself than you ought, as someone might think this is what I'm saying. It's understanding that you've been created. You are born. You are a living person. And you are who you are. And you are enough as you are. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to grow in a positive, possibly spiritual, godly direction. But you are something right now. and you're worthy of something. You're worthy of being. You're worthy of somebody else coming over to meld their life into yours or yours into theirs, but you're worthy. You're not worthless. Simple. Say it in the mirror, even if it feels silly. Over time, it rewires your inner voice. Maybe you've been bashing yourself all of this time. You've been saying it out loud to yourself. You've been saying it out loud to prospective partners or kids or family members. Just say, I am enough as I am. Just keep doing that. Step 3, practice choosing yourself in little ways. How, you say? Maybe order food you like, not what you think they'll like or like to see you eat. Play the music you enjoy in the car. Don't apologize for your preference. And it's kind of funny, this one, where I remember I was driving in the car with somebody once and they're like, oh, you listen to this stuff? I can't stand this stuff. I never understood it. I don't get it. Or I only like the old stuff of this, that, or the other. It's like, I usually say, I don't know, I love all music, which is true. And it's not a cop out for me because I literally do like all kinds of music. But don't be ashamed of the music you like. I mean, if it degrades other people and puts other people down, or it's bringing you to some type of a mentality that's going to draw you into some untimely death, maybe you need to think about changing it and get some more positive, more spiritually uplifting music. But put on stuff that you want to hear in your car, right? Don't, this person's in my car, I got to play this now because, no. Don't apologize for your preference. I mean, this person wants to be in a relationship with you, right? Or they're trying you out, just like you're trying them out. Be who you are. Otherwise, you're going to start off fake and you're going to continue fake for as long as you can keep it up. It's a waste of time. It won't work. You'll just waste time. You'll waste their time and you'll waste yours, which is more important at this point, because you're trying to get something for yourself out of all of this. You're trying to get something out of your relationship. You want your relationship to work. You want to be connected, right? We'll start off with being honest. Here's an example. The wrong way. What do you want to do? I don't mind. Anything is fine. The right way. I'd love to grab tacos tonight. Want to join? Do you see how the small shift changes the energy? In the first, right? You hand away your power. In the second, you invite them into your world. That's choosing you first. That's putting importance on who you are first. There's no point in giving it away as if your desire, your things that you like don't matter, because you're degrading yourself when you do it that way. And you might sit there and say, well, I'm a get along kind of person and I'm flexible, and great. It's good to be flexible. But if you're a person that never shows that you want to make any choices and that you have no backbone, or that you're all flexible like Lex Armstrong or Plastic Man, then people are going to bend you because you're going to show them that you can be bent always and in every direction. That's not good. It'll end up having you bitter at some point. Trust me. So even though you don't have to have it your way, like, what is it, Harvey's? Choose to have it your way. Even if at some point you have to compromise some things, but make them know that you do have preferences. It's important. Point 3. Stop settling for scraps. Name and enforce your standards. This one is big. Too many people settle for scraps. A half-hearted text once a week, maybe. A plan that never happens. A relationship where they give 90 and get back 10. Reminds me of that movie Hitch with Will Smith. Here's the truth. Scraps of attention are not love, they're breadcrumbs. And you are not a bird, are you? So, how do you stop settling? You set standards. And standards are just the rules of how you want to be treated. Here's a simple process. Write down 3 non negotiables: respect, honesty, consistency. Yours may be different, but keep it to 3. Define the behaviors that match. For example, respect, no insults. Honesty, clear answers. Consistency, regular communication. Step 3, communicate and enforce. If someone cancels last minute, you don't pretend that it's fine. You say, I respect my time. If plans fall through often, I'll need to step back. Because the reality is, and I know that you've heard it many times before, people make time for things that are and people that are important. It's just that simple. Especially when you've actually set something, you've actually planned something. If it keeps happening, obviously flat tires happen, bosses keep people late, or projects, kids get sick, obviously, right? But when it just keeps happening regularly, then that's a pattern. And that's something that they're showing you right there. You're not that important. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, here's the wrong example. Oh, it's fine. You canceled again? I understand. The right way. I value reliability. If we can't plan ahead, maybe this isn't a right fit. And it's simple. Like, you planned ahead, right? So there shouldn't be a regular issue. When you stop settling for scraps, something amazing happens. People who only came for easy crumbs disappear. And the ones who are serious about you and who you are, because you're important, they rise to meet your standards. It happens. It works. Okay, let's pause here. We've covered 3 points already. Stop chasing love. Build a life. Find your anchor and build a life worth living. Stop outsourcing your worth. Choose yourself first. And next, stop settling for scraps. Name and enforce your standards. These 3 alone can transform how you approach love. But we're just getting started. Okay, number 4. Boy, this looks like it's going to be more than 3. It doesn't matter though, does it? If you get the information you need, then that's all that matters. So this is long form podcasting and I'm fine with it. Hopefully you are too. If you're not, those Instagram 15-second takes are out there for you. They're all over the place and they never stop. Here's another trap. When you want someone badly, you start smothering. You text back instantly. You check in constantly. You rearrange your life to make sure they never drift away. You're desperate. But here's the irony. The more you smother, the less they can breathe. And love, real love, needs air. Can't miss you if I don't if you don't go away. It needs space to grow. Space lets things grow. You understand? They need their mind to work and say, man, I really wish she was here right now. Or I really wish he was here right now. But if you're always there, I can't miss you. Do you miss me when I'm not there? Well, how can I know? You're never gone. So what does giving space look like? Step 1, mirror their energy, right? If they text once in the morning, you don't need to send 10 messages before lunch. Respond naturally, not obsessively. Step 2, keep your schedule, right? Remember your anchors, right? If you had plans for the gym, dinner with a friend, work, stick with it. That shows you respect your own life. People consciously and unconsciously pay attention to that. Step 3, let them reach out. Don't always be the one initiating. Let them show effort too. Example, the wrong way. Hey, just checking in again. Haven't heard from you since an hour ago. The right way. Hope your day's going well. I'll catch up with you after my shift. Do you feel the difference? One chokes and the other breathes. When you allow space, you stop clinging. And that makes your presence far more valuable. Because you're wanted, you're needed other places. But so the time that you do spend with them, they're going to value it. They're not going to waste your time. Point 5. Stop begging and proving. Invest energy into becoming. Oh, that's a big one, right? Let's break it down for you. Many people waste years trying to prove their worth or they're worthy of love. They buy gifts. Have I done that before? They overgive. They beg for attention. They pour all their energy into convincing someone to love them. And I've been there. I know what that's like. And I'm not here to bash you or to put you down. And obviously stuff's probably happened in your life that hasn't been that wonderful, that's been harmful to you. And maybe you're sad, or you've been sad, or you've been lonely, and if somebody decides to pay mind to you, you get excited because you're like, wow, this is different, and you overgive. You pay too much attention. You give too much energy too quickly. But here's the hard truth. Worthiness cannot be proven. It can only be lived. So instead of begging, invest that energy into becoming. Step 1, build routines that strengthen you. Sleep well, eat well, move your body. Your energy changes when you treat yourself right. Step 2, create. And that means write, draw, cook, build, fix, record, whatever your craft is, make space for it. Creativity makes you magnetic. Trust me. Step 3, set goals. Work towards something measurable. Whether it's a career step, a course that you need to take, or a personal achievement. Example, the wrong way. I'll do anything for you. Just give me a chance. The right way. I'm working on myself this month. Let's catch up when I have some free time. Do you see how much stronger the second one feels? When you stop proving you start becoming, and becoming is what attracts love that lasts. Now, maybe you're not going to say a month. I'll catch up with you in a month. That might be too much space, but you have to say what's right. But the point is there's one way is saying that, just give me a chance, I'll do anything, and then and then there's the other one where you're actually setting limits right there. You're giving in the sense that saying that you have provided a time, but you're letting them know that your time is valuable and there's other stuff going on in your life. Point 6. Stand in your truth. Okay. This point is simple. Let me say it again. Stand in your truth. Let the right person walk towards you. This point is simple but powerful. Real love doesn't require you to twist and contort yourself into someone else's shape. It comes when you stand in your truth. And remember, I told you what truth is. It's not the truth. Something's either a lie or it's a truth. Well, you're just standing in your reality, I should say. And let the right person walk towards you. That means step 1, know your direction. Write down what matters most in your life right now. Career, kids, health, faith, friendship. Step 2, speak it early. If you value family dinners, say it. If you work nights, say it. If you're looking for someone serious, say it. Step 3, stop running after people who don't align. If they hear your truth and walk away, let them go. That's not rejection, it's alignment. If it doesn't align with your life, stop stretching for it. If you're that much of an importance to that person, maybe they even have to find another job so it aligns with your life. Stop chasing. You might say, that's not practical. Trust me, there's something they can do in the daytime. I'm just saying. Or maybe you want a night owl too, and you're a night owl. I don't know. Example, the wrong way. I can change. I'll do whatever you need. The right way. This is who I am and what I value. If that fits, let's move forward. If not, I wish you all the best. Arrivederci. Standing still in your truth takes courage. You're going to have to practice this possibly. But it saves you years of running after people and wasting your time with people who were never meant to actually walk with you over your lifetime. Now you might say, maybe you're going to say, I don't mind having a 2-year relationship and then I can move on to something real. If you have time to waste, go ahead. If they have another husband and you want to play the second fiddle, side piece, go ahead. You're wasting your time. Tomorrow is not promised. Is it that good to you to have that? Nobody else? Are you sure nobody else has that same thing or better? Be careful. Point 7. Stop confusing intensity with intimacy. This is a big one. Here's one that gets so many people stuck. They're getting their feels. They get it. They vibe out. They mistake intensity for intimacy. Butterflies, obsession, constant talking, sleepless nights. Those things feel absolutely exciting. We get enamored with it. But excitement isn't the same as connection. Intimacy is built in calm. It's built in consistency. Some might even say it's boring. Surprise. It's not chaos. I know many of us think it is, but it's not. So how do you tell the difference? Step 1, slow the pace. If the relationship falls apart when you stop rushing, it was intensity. Step 2, test for depth. Can you talk about your values, family, schedule, or boundaries without it turning into an argument or drama? If not, it's intensity. It's not intimacy. Step 3, look for balance. If one person gives everything and the other takes, that's intensity. Real intimacy feels mutual. There is something called give, and there's something called take. The wrong way. We've only known each other a week, but I feel like I can't live without you. Well, that's wild. Or some would say that's crazy work. Right way. I'm enjoying getting to know you. Let's keep talking and taking it step by step and step at a time, one step at a time. Intensity burns hot and then it burns out. Intimacy grows slow, but it lasts. And you might think, well, what if I don't spend my every last hour and waking moment with them? Then how is it going to grow? Oh, you'll know. You see, if it's intensity, right, it'll peter out with some time. You take a month off or 2 months off and then go see the other person. And if it's just that heat, well, you'll get right into that heat. And once that heat has been vanquished one way or another, you know what I mean? There's nothing left. You don't even want to be in the same room with the person afterwards. Think about it. For those of you who've been there, you know what I mean. Okay, next. And we're only on point 8 next. Oh, gee. Okay, let's pause. I'm taking my time with this because I really want you to get this. And if you have to go back and listen to this stuff again, do it. Point 4, stop smothering. Allow space. Point 5, stop begging and proving. Invest energy into becoming. Point 6, stand in your truth or stand in your reality. Let the right person walk towards you. Now, obviously, you have to be around people, guys. I know that I didn't say it before, but it's kind of obvious. If you go to work every day and you're at work, hammering it out, and you're never coming across other people, maybe you're not in a swim club, you're not in a hockey team, or you're not in a knitting club or a book read or a church or whatever, a group of something, a club, and you're not actually rubbing elbows with other people, well, obviously this isn't going to work. So think about that as well, okay? Point 7, and I know I kind of glossed over that, but if you need to rewind and listen to that again. You have to be around other people to meet people. And I don't know, I do not encourage people to do the online thing unless you're like so far removed from people and you're living off the grid, then I get it. Maybe you shouldn't be off the grid though. But anyway. And point 7, stop confusing intensity with intimacy. Build calm, consistency, connection. Sometimes it's all about doing simple things and normal, soft, boring, regular things. It's not always going to be mountaintop, guys. It's not always going to be Bonnie and Clyde. Do you see the pattern forming? Each point isn't just about stopping something, it's about starting something stronger. And that's how you change the whole game. Point 8. Stop running after approval. Redirect energy into self-worth. Here's a tough truth. Many people live their whole lives chasing approval. They measure their worth by who likes their post, who replies to their texts, who notices them walking into the room. But approval is like smoke. The harder you grab for it, the faster it slips through your fingers. Real self-worth doesn't come from approval. It comes from the way you see yourself, the way you treat yourself, and the way you nurture your own growth. So what does redirecting that energy actually look like? Daily self-worth loop. Each day, do one act of care and acknowledge it and allow yourself to feel it. Example, cook a healthy meal. Write it down. Pause 60 seconds to let it register. Step 2, track your growth. Keep a small notebook or notepad where you list small improvements. Better sleep, more energy, a skill you practiced. 3, celebrate privately. You don't need to announce everything online. Let some victories be just for you. Example, the wrong way. Nobody liked my post. Maybe I'm not attractive enough or I don't do something well enough. Right way. I walked 2 miles today. That's me choosing health and it actually matters. Approval is fleeting. Self-worth is permanent. And you don't know what part of the algorithm you're on. So somebody might just not see because they just didn't get a chance to see in your time. But self-worth is permanent. And the more you build self-worth, the less desperate you become for anyone else's stamp of approval. Point 9. Stop accepting mixed signals. Walk away from inconsistency. That's right, walk away. If you're important enough, trust me, that person will come back and they will tighten it up. They'll tighten up that ship. Let me say this clearly. Mixed signals are not signals. Actually, they are actual signals. But then the signals that they are is just noise. And noise wastes your time. So when they're mixed signals, they're telling you something. Therefore, it is actually a signal. I know I kind of contradicted myself because I'm looking at it and I'm like, no. It's actually a signal, but it's just a noisy signal. It's nonsense. It's a waste of time. If someone really values you, you won't have to decode their actions. You won't have to ask 10 people, what do you think they meant here when they said this? You ask somebody who's busy with their own life, they might give you the wrong answer. You won't be stuck wondering, They won't be just mystery all the time. Do they mean what they say? You'll see it in, here it goes, consistent, honesty and effort. So how do you stop accepting mixed signals? Step 1. Name what consistency looks like to you, especially in that situation. Maybe it's texting regularly, planning dates in advance, following through. Write it down. Step 2. Communicate your need for consistency. Example, I value reliable planning. Can we lock in details a day before? Step 3. Walk away if the pattern continues. This is the hardest part though. If they keep canceling, if they keep ghosting, if they keep breadcrumbing, you don't wait around. You get the heck out of there. Exit. Exit stage left. The wrong way. This is an example for you. Well, I guess they're busy. Maybe they'll text eventually. Yeah, wasting your time. Right way. I need clarity and reliability. They say the greatest ability is availability. And I would say reliability is pretty much there too. If that's not there, I'll step back. Walking away doesn't make you mean. It makes you wise. Because every moment you waste decoding mixed signals is a moment you could be spending with someone else who is clear, consistent, and actually real. I think I can do it. Yeah, I think I can. Point 10. Maybe we'll do this in 3. Ooh, okay, here we go. Stop fearing rejection. I know that's hard. Nobody ever wants to be rejected. I know. But treat it as alignment. Rejection is one of the biggest fears in love, really. People will do anything to avoid it. They'll chase, they'll beg, they'll settle just to keep from hearing no. But here's the truth. Rejection doesn't mean you're unworthy. It means you weren't aligned. That's all. I like this, you like that. Okay, so just because they like that and you like this, it doesn't mean that what you like isn't as good as what they like or what they value compared to what you value. There's a big difference, and rewind that if you need to. Okay, how to treat rejection as alignment. Step 1, reframe instead of why not me, ask where we actually aligned. Step 2, review. After a date or relationship ends, write down 3 things you know you need more of or less of next time. Step 3, realize, don't hold on to what if. Say, if it's not them, it leaves space for someone who actually fits properly. Examples. The wrong way. They didn't want me. I must not be any good, or I must not be good enough. Right way. They didn't want what I want. That tells me they weren't my match. Easy. And you shouldn't feel disrespected in that. Rejection is not the enemy. Misalignment is. Being fake is. Fitting into somebody else's puzzle piece or somebody else's puzzle as a piece is. Rejection just clears the way for alignment to find you. I think I can do number 11. Sweet, we're moving right along. Point 11, stop scarcity thinking. Live like love. Live like love. Live like love is abundant. Because it is. It's out there. People are looking all over the place for it. That's why many people are listening to this and stuff like this. Here's a mindset that traps so many people. Scarcity thinking. It's the belief that love is rare, that if you lose this person, you'll never find another. And so you cling, you settle, you're not real because you're clinging, and you're settling because that's not actually what you want, but you're just, oh, well, I think this is better. She's good looking and she has a good job, or she's pretty and she'll take care of me. Like, listen, let me say it again. You believe that you're not going to find another person. And so what do? You cling, you settle, you accept less than you deserve, or less than you want, or less than what aligns with what you want. Because you're afraid, you're doing it out of fear. There's nothing better out there. That's what you're telling yourself. But love is not rare. Respectful, aligned relationships exist in abundance. You just have to stop acting like there's only one chance, one person, one lifeline. This isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and you're calling for that one lifeline. There's others out there. You're allowed. How to practice abundance. Step 1. Keep multiple sources of joy. Don't make one person your only source of happiness. Build joy from friends, hobbies. So I'm not telling you have to have 50,000 friends. You can build it in your hobbies, your career, your health. Go work out. Step 2. Date with openness. Although I'm not really big on, I'm going this date, that's not what I mean, but the whole point is you're being open. If one situation doesn't work out, it doesn't mean you've failed. It means you've actually just filtered. Okay. Step 3. Stop over-investing in the first person who shows interest in you. Take time. Let patterns develop before you give too much. Natural. Let it come. If you have to force it, then it's not right. And you can think of that however you want to think of it. The wrong way. If this person doesn't work, I'll never find anyone again. I'm going to stop. I'm just going to live by myself. I'm going to do my thing. Go ahead. You'll regret it when you're 73. Just saying. Right way. If this doesn't work out, it just means I'm one step closer to finding someone who truly fits, and you were able to filter out this person and the things that they were up to. Simple. Living with abundance isn't about being careless. It's about refusing to cling to scarcity. And that shift alone can free you from years of unnecessary pain and wasting your time. Mini recap, guys. Let's check where we are. Point 8, stop running after approval. Redirect energy into self-worth. Point 9, stop accepting mixed signals. Walk away from inconsistency. Point 10, stop fearing rejection. Treat it as alignment, not rejection. You just weren't aligned. It's just that simple. Point 11, stop scarcity thinking. Live like love is abundant. Do you see the theme? Every single one of these steps takes you out of desperation, thirst, and into dignity, out of chasing and into actually choosing. Got it? All right, I'm gonna stop here, even if it has to go to 3 episodes, which I'm hoping, because I'm hoping not to have to do 3 episodes, because I did talk a lot at the beginning of this episode, so maybe the next one I'll just get right into it. Okay, so we're gonna be on point 12 in my next episode, and Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I am MCM, and this is You're Probably Right. And I'll see you next time. Hey, come check out You Probably Right podcast. Society is getting more unpredictable every day, but at the same time, predictable in its unpredictability. Say that 4 times real fast. Come with me as I attempt to find clarity in all the fog while staying way outside the box and kicking the box way down the road with my size 12 dogs. I use the Bible, experience, education, fortune, misfortune, life's lessons, life's mistakes to sort through all the mess. I talk about news, God, God, self-help, sports, sickness, health, music, parenting, love, humbleness, hurt, pain, joy, and all the things that might make you say, I never thought of it that way. Hopefully, anyway. Also, I take a stab at answering tough and not so tough questions, and all the while, understand that, listen, sometimes you end up in the hot seat and there's no thermostat. Well, that's how it is here. And because there's no topic, very few topics off the table, Torontonians will understand that Doug Ford reference there. Hopefully the podcast will be helpful and uplifting. And hey, maybe you'll find your own private Idaho here somewhere. Hope to see you soon.